Hey guys, it's Jeanette with Backroom Creations. Come on in. Let me know where you're watching from and what's on your agenda for the weekend. TGIF. We're just going to wing it tonight. So come on in, everybody. It is our scrap wood craft day on Craft Around the Clock. And I am Jeanette from Backroom Creations. I hope that you guys have been getting lots of inspiration. If your hubby does some crafting woodwork in the shop, maybe you can go sneak in his little scrap bucket and pull out some pieces and make some pretty crafts. I don't have to sneak. I just go in the wood shop and grab what I want. Well, almost. But come on in, everybody. Let me know that you're here and where you're watching from. Gretchen was finishing up her cute little Christmas tree. If you did not watch Gretchen from Made on the Loop, she was making some very cute Christmas trees out of some scrap wood. You'll have to go back and check her out after everybody's lives tonight. Lots and lots of replays to be had. I caught a few during the day off and on. Hi, Cynthia. Hi, Amy on YouTube. And hi, Miss Tracy. So everybody is popping in now. If you're new, my name is Jeanette, and I'm with Backroom Creations, and this is my segment on Craft Around the Clock for Scrap Wood Craft Day. And hi, Cheryl. So when Miss Tracy said we were going to do scrap wood, I'm like, hallelujah. Hi, Lisa. Hey, Kim. Hey, Tracy. Get on my train. If you don't know what that's about, you have to go watch Tracy's video. Hey, Vicky. So I love to make things out of scrap wood. I have a bucket, a big tub of nothing but little pieces of wood I won't let him throw away. Hey, Jennifer. Thank you, Tracy, for sprinkling. Hi, Kathy. So, we're talking little pieces. I will find something to do, even if I need a little riser, something to poke my project up off the base. I'm saving it. Hey, Velma, how are you? Thanks, Jennifer. So tonight, I actually already had these cut out from last year, and I didn't do it because I did a few sets. So I cheated just a little bit. But they still were coming from craft wood. So these were 4x4s. And so 2x4s are something that they construct our walls with. Unless it's the outside one, it'd be a 2x6. But anyway, it's still 2x wood. And they're literally no longer, the tallest one is 7 inches. So lots and lots of things to be had with little pieces of wood. So these are they're not even perfect. I like things not perfect. I used to want a laser to cut wood and all these things that everybody else is doing, but I don't anymore. My husband is doing a great job with lanterns. I should have grabbed one and brought it in here with me, but if you didn't see it, watch it from Monday night. I was live sprucing up one of Floyd's lanterns, and they are cute. That's actually where he's out. He's out at the wood shop making up some orders. We got some orders the other night. But these are graduated in size. They have divots in them. They're sanded. I like to take my sander and round off the edges where they're imperfect. And just, the way I like it. Matches my house. So we have, 7 inches, 7 inches, and 5.5, and 4. Thank you, Kathleen. So I'll say again, I do have, we're streaming live on Facebook and YouTube. So if I'm ever scheduled to be on Facebook and Mr. FB, gets a little wonky out there, I'll be over on YouTube. So make sure you join over there as well. So, cookie sheets. If you watch me, I paint on wax paper with Dollar Tree cookie sheets. That way, if I paint this and I need to do something else, I just go set it aside somewhere to dry. Hey, Darla, how are you? I've seen you in lots and lots of lives today. Such a great supporter. We have lots of people that follow a lot of us, so we really, really appreciate that. Hey, Brenda, there's another craft around the clock sister. So we're going to start. I'm not even gonna put tape on here to divide the lines. You know what I didn't do? Somebody tell me, it's white, yellow, orange. Orange is on the bottom, right? I always confuse that. I don't even have anything in here. Somebody tell me, is orange on the bottom? Yeah, yellow's in the middle. I know white's on top. Let's start with white. Actually, we're going to use cashew. It's kind of an off-white by Waverly. Let's see here. Yes, Lisa says. Yes to what? Is orange on bottom, yellow in the middle, white on top, right? So I'm just going to paint kind of guidelines. And then we can kind of smoosh it together. Aw, thank you, Darla. We appreciate you, because if we didn't have our followers and you lovely people watching us, thank you, Lisa. We wouldn't have a reason to be here. So the good thing about starting with white is if you go too far, or cream, whatever you want to use, I'm using cashew, you can just go over that. So I know I'm over my line just a little bit, but that's okay. We'll stand that at one out here. Hi, Kim. White. Now Kim says white, orange, and yellow. Now Kim's got me worried. I don't have my tablet up here to look. Yep, candy corn. I'm pretty sure the yellow goes in the middle. But I could be wrong. Then that would make Lisa wrong. You look all right. Lisa's right. Thank you for looking. Hi, Robert on YouTube. We are making a craft using scrap wood. We're making some candy corn. That's about a third. White, orange, yellow. Now, Brenda, Lisa says she went and looked. Google shows white, orange, and yellow on bottom. Really? Well, I'm doing it that in white, orange, yellow. Oh, okay, Lisa. Thank you for owning up to that. You almost had me in trouble, girlfriend. But it'd have been okay. Wouldn't be the first time I did my colors out of order. And I'm sure it will not be the last. I like that cashew. It's kind of a creamy ivory, a little bit darker than an ivory. It's almost, that would be good skin color for someone who's white. Maybe. Yeah. White, orange, and yellow. Okay. So we're going to come bring these over here real quick, and we're going to give them a little air. Lisa, you're being bad. Don't get me in trouble. That's all right. So we'll dry these up a little bit. so I can handle them. Now that we have established the correct orders of a candy corn. But you know what? They make the Indian corn that's what colors? Like dark brown and but I'm not going there. I'm not going there, guys. We're doing traditional candy corns. That would be an idea for another set though. And the pink, I don't know if I want a pink set or not. Somebody else might like them. Is everybody glad it's Friday? I sure am. At 9:01, I was ready for Friday to be over with. It was a hectic day. We had people out on our team, which meant more work for the rest of us. But we got her done. I just can't wait till I can work from home. As soon as my training's done, I hope to be home by Christmas. Woohoo! That's if the internet holds out. If the internet don't hold out, I got to go into the office. Usually, if we don't have internet, we don't have power. So, that would be a bad deal all around. That means I can get up and put a good shirt on and run around in my PJ pants. Because even if I had to be on a call, they can't see me from the bottom. White, orange, and brown. Thank you, Kim. Okay. Yep, don't forget we get that little blinky when I'm turning off the heat tool. Gotta love them old houses. My house was built in 1910. Most of the electricity is updated. See, we were doing, I got myself confused. Yes, white, orange. Okay, yellow's on the bottom. So we're going to go ahead and do the yellow on the bottom. This yellow's almost gone, so I'll get me a tall. I used to not like these tall paintbrushes, but I quickly found out when you get to the bottom of your jar, you appreciate them a lot. So this is still the Hello Hobby. So listen, if you have paint that's getting older and it's starting to get thick, just add some distilled water to it. Don't use drinking water or tap water or anything like that. Use distilled, or else it'll put too many chemicals in your water, in your paint. Chemicals that shouldn't be there. I did have a couple of the little bottles, when you're first starting off. I don't know if I like this color, so I'm just going to buy a little one. I did that quite a few times, or I'm not going to need that much. I have a whole 2 shelves of paint. I've even started getting quarts of, what kind is that? Krylon Chalky Finish from Lowe's. Menards has its own kind. It is, well, this one is Tuscan Sun. But sometimes I add even more brown to it. Let's see. I didn't think that through, did I? I need a dowel rod. Yeah. Stay still. When in doubt, tape it up. I just don't want my dowel rod to roll. There we go. So finish our mustard over here. This one's a baby, so his stripes are going to be kind of small. I don't think he'll lean up against the dowel rod either. But it'll be okay. We'll get her done. I even have one that looks like it got a hunk of wood taken out of it. My husband said, I thought you were going to round off the corners, not like take a hunk out. I'm like, they're rustic. It'll be all right. Yeah, that one. Looks like a whole corner's broke off. It'll be okay. I didn't even leave a big enough spot for orange. We'll have to overtake some of the other. Yeah. You know, and you don't even have to like have chunky wood like this. You can use, 1x wood. It's only 3/4. Now, do we need to have a lesson about what a 2x4 and what a 1x4 are? Really? If you get your tape measure out, they're not a 2x4 and they're not a 1x4. A 2x4 is actually 1 3/4 by 3 1/2. And then a 1x4 is only 3/4 of an inch thick by 3 1/2. Unless you don't go out to the Amish. If you go out to the Amish and get their wood, it's a true 2x4. Wrap your head around that one. My ex-husband and I built a garage. We had a mason guy as a neighbor. And he did it for some cases of beer. Hi, Gretchen. If you didn't see Gretchen, she was right before me and she made some darling little Christmas trees. The Amish kids, we got the metal siding. Hi, Cindy. It was from the Amish guy up the road. And the Amish kids built the garage. Them kids will just stand on the edge and just lean over, hammering away. And I'm like, oh, Lord, please don't let one of them fall. So I used to live out in the middle. And they were the very older Amish. A lot of them wouldn't even speak to us. I'm like, whatever. But I took quite a few of the ladies to the doctor. They were only allowed to ride in a car with somebody if they were going to the doctor. I already told him that, Floyd, but thank you. My husband's over on YouTube. If anybody wants to jump over and tell him hello. Oh, we need to dry a little bit. So my YouTube channel is Our Backroom Creations, just like my Facebook. If you're new popping on, my name is Jeanette. Now, Floyd, you got to share the love. You got to come over to Facebook. Sometimes I don't think this is on high, but it is. Oh, Floyd is watching both. He does have dual monitors, so he can do that. I get moving. This is the boring part. Watching somebody dry wood or dry whatever. But it's part of the process. So see, my yellow and my cashew are almost touching, so we'll just have to overlap a little bit. But that'll be okay. Oh, really, Kim? Yeah, there's different, you might be Methodist, I might be Baptist, and the next door neighbor might be Nazarene, and we all don't believe the same way. That's Amish too. We're not too far from Sugar Creek. I cannot get over, I have lived here for 28 years, 7 years. Amish wood. There is no such thing as Amish wood. Hi, Joy. Is your name Joy? I forget. Cannot remember everybody's names. But to each his own. If you're nice to me, I'm nice to you. If you're mean to me, I might be nice to you too, just out of spite. All right. I think we can get onto our orange. Put this over here. Now, I do make my own orange up. We have a lot of Amish clothes. Are you over by Puxatawny, Kim? We're in Eastern Ohio. Lisa. That's right, Lisa. Sorry. I get you. A lot of people have names in their business name that's really not their name. I'm like, all right, you do you. All right, so we're just gonna go a little bit over the cashew and a little bit over the yellow color. Forget what, Tuscan Sun or something like that. Now, if you want to blend it, you could do this all while you're wet. You're an hour and a half north of Pittsburgh. I am an hour and a half from Pittsburgh. Let's see, hour and a half north. Up towards Youngstown, Ohio. Oop. I'm not meeting in the middle. Hey, Sheila from Sweetie's Creations and Decor. Everybody, if you see people comment on your business name, if you have a business name, I don't mind. I'm not monetized on Facebook. Just if you do, let me know your name if I don't know you really well. If you see that little follow button, that is the best way you can help us, is to comment on our lives, gives us some hearts, and follow all our friends. And guess what? It's free. Because we just want to make sure that if you want to see our content, that you know when we're going live. I'm usually only live once, maybe twice a week. Hi, Miss Patty on YouTube. Patty's my YouTube guru. She is on my YouTube. Some people only have, like Patty, she only has YouTube. Some people don't like, see, and I'm not even worried that my lines are a little wonky. I actually like it that way. Thank you for sprinkling, Teresa. That's another free way to help us out. You live about 15 minutes north of Sharon. Okay. I've been there. Floyd's on here, Miss Patty. Patty's been with me for quite a while. You like my new view? Thanks. Yeah, I did it at an angle for a while, and then I figured out that my phone would do this, and I like it. Most people watch creators nowadays on their phone. The old desktop is becoming obsolete. There you go, darling. Darling's got it right. Real candy corn's not always straight. Now my orange is made up of, ooh, that's so wet. It's got acrylic paint in it too. It's not just chalk paint. When I first started crafting again, I bought the packs, the multi-packs of acrylic paint. Then quickly decided that I like chalk paint instead. So when I'm mixing colors, I tend to use my acrylics. Or when I crackle, I have discovered that, because chalk paint can be a little thick. So if you crackle, it's good not to have something real thick on top. So even got a little, my yellow was a little wet, so we'll have to touch that up. But every year I make orange, and this should last me through, it'll last me through fall. Depending on what I do. I should have had my lantern in here that I used up. I used it. I didn't bling it. I used it. I foo-fooed it up. Anybody got any hot plans this weekend? Thank you. I made these last year, and we'll see if we can get them dry. I did take the shop that I sell things here in town. I put dark wax around the edges and stuff, and I sold them that way. They're really cute if you like the rustic wax stuff. And then the wax also seals it. Now your edges of your wood. Hi, Joan Walsh on YouTube. Thanks for hopping over, friend. Okay. Where's that little spot of yellow? Got a little bit of yellow. Ooh, my paintbrush is drying up. I didn't put it in the water. Water. Ooh, that one got orange on it. I'm about to make a big mess. There we go. Let's see if we can get one of these dry enough to put some wax on it. So this weekend, I'm sure that Floyd will be in the wood shop. Hopefully it's just cooler. It's not supposed to rain. Cross our fingers. It's just, Becca, it's just a piece of scrap wood. So they're 7 inches, 5.5 inches, 4 inches. And you can make the angle. It started out as a piece of 2x4. Everybody loves candy corns. They're just, it's iconic. It rain. You keep it over there, Joan. I don't need no rain this weekend. I got too much to do. My poor hostas. You're welcome. They look like it's October because, we didn't have enough rain. Not you, Lisa. I always have too much to do. You'll try. Don't try to keep the rain over there. Listen, pray for those people down in Florida, in the coastal states. I'm not sure how many people that tropical storm has taken, but thoughts and prayers to their family. That is one place I don't want to live in California. It's too expensive there. The orange, I may have to do another coat. Like I said, it's got a lot of acrylic paint in it. And I don't want to live in Texas or Louisiana or Mississippi. It's hot. I've been down there like in September, July and September. It's hot down there. Too hot. And no coast. No East Coast either. I I live in Ohio, Kim. It's too hot, Lisa. I've been down there. The only thing about the South would be good is you don't have snow. I could get used to that real quick. If I live down there, I ain't going outside very much. Mm-mm. I'm a baby. I grew up with no air conditioner. Oh, what part of Ohio? Do you know where Canton is? You have Cleveland, Akron, Canton. I'm about a half an hour south of Canton. I am a baby. I actually got one of my winter fleece zip little pullovers out. They keep our office so frigid. I've actually had my heater on. Oh, yes. Oklahoma's hot too. Hot, hot, or cold, cold. Yes, you got that right. My friend Deanne, she's often on my live. She lives out that way. I'm a couple hours from you. Cool. Liz, that's in Craft Around the Clock. She lives about not quite an hour and a half from me towards Columbus. See if we can. Okay. That one's still a little wet. I'm not gonna wax it, but I want to show you what they look like waxed. That one's still a little wet. Here, let's try this real quick. It is the humidity, I know. But it don't make you feel much better. I was down there for an event 2 years ago, and we were supposed to, it was supposed to be air conditioned, and it wasn't, because it was in a warehouse. So they had these great big fans. It was still hot. I'd go over and lift my shirt. The back. Okay, let's see if we can make these look a little primitive. So I have this great big, I call it a stamper brush. I got it at Joann's, I think. I keep it in a tube. You know, a lot of people keep theirs in a Ziploc bag because once you put dark wax on a brush, you won't use it for anything else but dark wax. And then I like the Howard's Chalk Teak. It's made for, oh, me either, Kim. But I grew up in a trailer with no air. I mean, it had air conditioning, but we grew up pretty frugal. And Dad only turned it on once in a blue moon. So I love this wax. I'm getting down there. Howard's makes a light and a dark. There's no medium. So you can, I kind of pounce it out a little bit, you know, like the brush on, brush off. But growing up, we made our own air conditioner. I would, when Dad did turn on the air conditioning, I would sit on the air conditioner vent and put a sheet up over me and make a tent. Or I'd be down in the creek. I got it on Amazon, Kim. It's Howard, Howard, Chalk Teak, dark paste wax. You put Howard's wax on there, you'll find it. So I kind of brush it all over, and then I wipe back off. I especially like it on wood pieces we do. Like, you love that wax too. I use it on all the risers. I use it on the lanterns. Like this lantern is painted like a cream color and then dark waxed. You know, we paint. I love the way it looks. It makes it look like the old streakiness. You're from South Louisiana, Cheryl? So this is just a 1x6. But I love that blue. And then the wax. It takes a few days to cure. I think 3 to really cure. But it puts a nice sealer on it. Born and raised. I was actually born and raised in Illinois where it's flat. So my husband calls me a transplant. So I kind of put it all over. You know, some people just do it on the edges, but I put it all over. And then just take a cotton cloth. Now on the edges where the boards, the grains are exposed, you wouldn't live anywhere else. I have lived in Illinois, Michigan, and Ohio. And I can tell you, other than the hills of Ohio and Illinois flat, there's not much difference. So your fingerprints will leave fingerprints on here if you let it. And then you can take, which part of what, Lisa? So if you want to, you can take a little piece of sandpaper or your little gator. You can do a little rustic there. That's what I do to the risers right here. Right here, I do all along the edges. Once I do that and expose the white wood, the wood, I like to go back with the wax a little bit and just darken that up just a tad, depending on the look that you want. Change my sandpaper. See, I was up towards Shreveport when I went. We actually stayed in a hotel in Texas and then drove over the border. The first time, then the other time we stayed right there in a B&B. So when I do this, I usually do most of the edges to kind of give that definition. You know, and if the darkness isn't your thing, just leave them bright. And you can even take and like splatter some white or dark paint on it if you want. I like this is the end grain where all the wax and the paint seep in, and it gets a little, they're not sanded real smooth. So when it's rough, your wax will sit in different amounts. And it gives you variation. Like I said, if that's not your cup of tea, that's okay. There's that. They look real cute sitting on a little riser. About 6 more minutes. I appreciate you guys coming and hanging out with me. If you're not following me, I would appreciate it. I'd love to be friends with you. I'm not going to bug you a whole lot because guess what? I'm at work. But you'll know when I go live or on any events that I'm in. The longer, when you first put the wax on, the longer you leave it on, the way I'm putting it on, the darker it will be. So if you don't want it that dark, you want to wipe on, wipe off. If you saw Karate Kids, you know what I'm talking about. I work with some younger people and people around my age. The kids have not seen Short Circuit. I'm like, really? Or Dumb and Dumber. That was really a dumb movie though, but at the bottom of this one? Yep. Okay. And then just wipe away. So you put it on, you take it off. You put it on, you take it off. So you can just leave it like that and not distress the edges. But the wax will lay differently. Like if you glue any parts together and you get glue on it, it'll lay different. It won't stick to it. Oh, yay, Kim. I will go follow you when I'm done. Or if my sweet hubby's still listening, he can do that too. Listen, we have pages on Craft Round the Clock that are big and are small, everything in between. We come on here to give you lots of inspiration. And you know what? We learn things too. No problem, Kim. When I'm watching someone's live and you see the little blue follow button, if I am there, I hit follow. Now, I don't follow personal pages, but I do follow business pages. So if you want me to follow you, send me a message. I will follow you. I am all about helping people out just like they have helped me. I'm at I think I'm at 7,000. I don't keep real close tabs on it. No problem at all. So if anybody has any questions, let me know. I'm going to finish distressing these. Put them in the shop next week. Making memories with Liz. Okay. I will follow you, ma'am. Yeah, you can just put it here in the comments too, and maybe someone else would follow you. If you put the @ symbol and comment, it should put the link. Don't put a space. Put the @ symbol and then your business name. You are quite welcome. Hi, Dawn on YouTube. So, wax it off, put it on. When I do waxing projects, I'm a hot mess. If I paint, I'm a hot mess. Make sure that you join Craft Around the Clock. We have 67,000 people in Craft Around the Clock. When I joined 2 years ago, I think it's been 2 years now, we only had 29,000, which 29,000 is big as well. But in just 2 years, I'm not mathing. It's a lot of people. So here is our rustic candy corn. Thank you, Liz. So like I said, if you don't like the dingy, you can leave them bright. And it's just a little bit of scrap wood. If you don't have electric tools, you can still do that with a hand sander or a saw. I should bring in my little miter box that you can get for like $12 at Menards or Lowe's or Walmart. Thank you, Jennifer. Thanks, Sandy and Darla. All right, guys, go grab you something to drink, use the restroom, and get back on Craft Around the Clock. If you're on your phone, just swipe down. And if you're on my page, hop on over there to see who's next. I forgot to look, but I'll try to start doing that, okay? Everybody have a great weekend, and I'll see you next week. Bye.